Welcome back to the Chemical X podcast. It's your girls, me, Veronica, and just me.
Because I'm the only one that matters. And Alessia, your favorite, is here and she's back.
She's back in a cap. So, guys, as you know, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment. Leave a like.
If you guys are watching on Apple Music or Spotify, don't forget to rate us 5 stars if you're feeling very nice, which you should be because we give you an episode every Monday.
Episode. And leave a review. We got a lot of tasks for you, but do it. Okay? Ale, I have a question.
Yes.
Who's more naked this episode, me or you? Because I'm ready, like, for when we finish filming this and I look at the camera and I see that my body is all one color.
Yes.
Like, my outfit is blending in with my skin.
She asked me, she's like, Alessia, should I be doing this outfit that I'm pale? And I said, absolutely. I said, should I also be doing this outfit with a cap and just in a bra? And she said, Ale, whatever.
Absolutely. I mean, we're probably going to get this episode removed. So if you're lucky to be watching this before YouTube says nudity, before YouTube says 2 naked chicks on the air, well then count yourself lucky. We don't know how long this is going to be up, okay? We started these podcasts in sweaters, and look at us now. Next episode we're gonna be in bikinis.
It's crazy.
I've already seen you
we
wear
have to stop sponsors because we just like to go on our bras. So like, how do we tell them we're willing to work with you if you guys sell bras? If you guys sell lingerie, hit us up. If not, bye.
We're limited. Fuck.
I'm down for a fun lingerie company.
Yeah. Let me tell you how far YouTube's gonna say next.
Yeah.
But we went on a small trip to Toronto, which was 4 days long, but felt like 4 weeks. I don't know if it was because it was my first trip in a while. But
yeah. But also like COVID, we haven't really been traveling. Yes, but it was a long trip.
Well, 4 days is
you know
not
what
long.
It is? It's when you're 4 different people going on 5. Actually, we were 5 people, 5 girls, 10 different personalities.
4 girls, 1 guy, but whatever.
So 5 people, 10 personalities each. You guys do the math. That's a shitload of people in one fucking hotel room.
Let me tell you.
Woo! We did okay though. A couple little, a couple little slip ups, but you know what? It was a good group.
We came out alive. The last time we went on a trip, me and my sister beat each other up.
Exactly.
And I came out with no bruises this trip.
Crazy.
We were good to go.
Well, your sister fell down the stairs at a club, so she came back with bruises, but that's probably her,
Karma.
Revenge. Yeah. And no toenail, if I should say.
Yeah. Well, speaking of nails, let's see. You want to tell everybody what happened?
Speaking of nails, guys, whenever you go on a trip, you're like, okay, like I'm always going to book my nails at the time where I'm going on vacation and it's freshly done. So would you
consider Toronto
So I booked
vacation?
Accordingly. Sorry?
Would you consider Toronto vacation?
I mean, with COVID, absolutely. It was like it was like going to the south, like France, literally. So I basically went to do my nails and I extended it a week later, which I shouldn't have done. Well, actually, I went and she said I can only do your toes or nails. So I chose toes because that was longer and it's summer and I want to start wearing open toe. So I decided to do my toes and booked for my nails the week after. I get there and I pay for her to obviously remove my nails and then for her to tell me that there's water that went on your nails and you have fungus nails. So that's how my week started right before Toronto.
She basically said $50 and I'll remove your nails and tell you can't put nail polish for 3 weeks.
Guys, you don't understand. Like I've been getting my nails done for forever and paying to remove your nails and then to be left with not only like nails with no nail polish, like I'm talking fungus nails, like green, like water inside, like nobody's talking to me. You know how like men always say like if you're a woman, men always say like when they look at a girl they look at one thing and it's their nails, and if their nails aren't proper then move aside, bitch. That's what I was like,
they said who's
this disease coming on this trip? That's who I was.
Fungus nails is very like disinfect your mic after you leave.
Well, it was a bit like, do I really have to pay the nail girl? Because it's like, who gave it to me now? You know what I mean? Yeah. I know I've been going to you for 3 years and I never got anything, but like, who am I supposed to blame now?
There's only 2 people in the room and I'm going to blame you.
She said normally it happens when like your immune system is weak and it doesn't fight off the bacteria. So my immune system is weak, guys.
Well, where did the bacteria come from?
Sounds
Sounds like a her problem.
Anyway, sounds like a her problem.
But it's very degrading when you are leaving with no nails.
It's like leaving naked. It's like leaving naked.
And leaving $40 less because you had to get them removed.
I had to pay to get my nails removed. And now I was thinking I couldn't have just done this after Toronto. Like, I wanted to kill myself. I swear to God. So I left, went to the pharmacy. They gave me fungus nail, like this nail thing. And she said, I'm not sure if it's going to work. But if not, you're going to have to buy a special product that's going to be $200. I said, okay, well, we're going to start with this one. We're going to start with this one. We're going to hope it works, or else we're just going to take the chainsaw and just cut my fucking nails on. Yeah.
Well, tell everybody how your fungus nails are doing because they look pink.
Well,
so it doesn't seem
guys,
like you're following the doctor's recommendation.
This was almost a week ago, and I can't explain to you what's going on with my nails, but all the part that was water kind of just like started to break. First of all, I went to Toronto and I put on glue on nails.
Stick on
nails. I never did that in my life, and thank God they're called stick on nails because they didn't fucking stick. Veronica's like, it's the glue you're using. I'm like, no, babe, I'm not made for this fucking life. Like, I wanted to cry.
Well, it is the glue you're using.
Honestly, it looked ugly. It looked fake when just looking at it, but it was still better than my nails underneath. That was for sure. I was at the party in Toronto and I grabbed into a burger and the nail fucking chipped off. And I was like, honestly, this life is not for me.
Honestly, I think you're actually better off with fungus nails than picking
with
up your nails off the floor. Fungi.
I was at a party. I brought my glue in my bag because I knew this would happen. And I was sticking while people were talking to me. I was like, honestly, ship me home. Ship me home. So it hasn't been the best of luck this week. I have fungus nails.
You had some pretty good luck, I'll say. You had one shot to have good luck. You're like, wait, when did I have good luck? Well, okay, first of all, I want to talk about something. When you're shopping with your friends and you guys both see like the same thing, and it's like, how do you... Like, it's
we
like,
don't have
who
that
touches
competition because we're looking at shoes and we're different sizes.
Yeah.
So no need to get mad at each other.
Well, we walked into another store and I saw an outfit, but Alessia touched it first and then she bought it. But it's like my eyes touched it first. Like, I saw the store and I saw the outfit and like I visually saw it first.
In the end, you're winning because I wear it once and then you got it for free.
Absolutely, I'm winning.
So we're good.
Absolutely winning.
Okay, so we're good.
We're good. But the shoes thing, we're a different size, so heck.
Guys, I'm a 37 and like a 7 is like... I feel like it's an average size foot. Like normal people have 7. So you're never going to find something really good in a 7.
Normal people have a 7. So everybody who's not a 7 feel insulted.
No,
including me.
It's like an average size 7. No,
I would say 7 is the most common size.
Okay,
is what you meant to say.
Okay, thank you. 7 is the most common size. And that's me because I'm common and I'm not special. But anyways, I'm like going through Saks clearance sale and
the funnest thing to do, by the way.
The funnest thing to do, but when you don't find anything, it's pretty depressing.
Absolutely.
Because you're like, what the fuck?
But also, I was going there with a budget of 0. So even though I was really excited to be looking through the rack to find that steal, I was also saying, please God, don't make me find anything because I will not be able to justify why I shouldn't get it. I will only be able to tell myself why I should.
I completely understand and agree with you. When you are shopping and you find something, you almost don't want to find something. You almost want everything to be ugly because how do you say no after? You're at the cash. You're buying it.
Especially when it's on sale. Like, yeah. I could justify not buying something if it's like full price.
Or you can get it back home.
Yeah, I could get it back home. It's full price. But like, you're going to throw me like a pair of like 6 shoes at like a crazy price and a 40%.
You guys are going to start justifying why it's not a want and why you need them.
Exactly. And it's like, it's actually you're losing money by not buying them.
Yeah. So there was 2 sections at the Saks. And the first one, we were looking through the shoes and I didn't see anything designer. And that's because we were in the wrong section. So now at this point, everybody had left except, Veronica and me. So I find the other section where that's where the designer section is.
And it was only one... It was one shelf.
It was one shelf. So I'm in size 7, but suddenly you're beside me. I don't know what you're doing in my...
Well, like I said, it was one thing.
Go in your lane. So I'm looking. I don't find anything. I'm giving up at this point. And all of a sudden I find these amazing pointy patent high boots. From what's that movie called to give people a little bit of an...
I don't remember. Pretty Woman?
Pretty Woman. At the beginning of the movie, she's wearing these leather high boots. Anyways, they were Charlotte Olympia. Aquazora, actually.
Yeah.
They were Aquazora, amazing patent leather boots. And when I saw them, I was like, these things were made for walking.
Let me tell you.
And I'm just going to buy them. I look underneath and it says retail price $1,865. And then it shows the red clearance. That just gets me so excited.
Oh my God.
That is like it's such a rush when you see clearance. And it said $99. I actually blinked 3 times and relooked. I was like, okay, it's $999. Makes sense.
You're getting about 50% off there. But
yeah, so Veronica's kind of like my shadow at this point. She's just kind of like, you know when like somebody finds a good find?
And it was also like one boot. So you're like, does the other boot exist? Like, am I getting these? Is it all a dream? Is it 99 because it's only one boot?
Yeah,
like,
and I thought it was a dream because it was $99. And then I see that there's like a little, a little rip, but like, guys, I'll bring that to the shoemaker and they'll fix that, no problem.
You're not bringing it to the shoemaker. You're wearing them ripped.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And they were $99. And then I was like, can I have the box of these? At this point, I'm freaking out. I was very like, IKEA, start the car. Like, they made a mistake. Like, I need to get out of here immediately because I'm leaving with these Aquazura boots.
You feel like you need to like chow with the cashier while she's scanning them so that she's not realizing that it's saying, wrong.
Absolutely. But then I was convincing Veronica. I'm like, well, if that's the price it says, then they have to give it to me, right? That's how sure I was that the price was wrong.
I was absolutely, because on the clearance sale, it said 94% off. I said at that point, say free. Like, just say free. Like, they're free. Like, take.
Crazy. And then then I'm like, I'm confident because I'm like, bitch, they have to give it to me now. I go, Veronica, should I ask for a discount because there's a rip on it? Veronica, what did you say?
Beggars can't be choosers.
She was like, Alessia.
Yeah, I literally said I'm leaving if you do that.
No,
I'm embarrassed.
if you do that. So I say to the girl, there's a rip. She goes, I know, but there's also 40% on top of the 99. I said, okay, start the car. Like, I just left there with boots, designer boots. Like, you wouldn't even find that at Steve Madden. Like, real leather boots for $68. I've never laughed more in my life. I was like, hey, this Toronto trip was worth it. Just for these.
It's crazy. And are you going to wear them ever? Probably not.
Probably not.
But the fact that you got them at such a good deal is
it
worth
doesn't
it
matter.
enough.
Exactly.
It gave you the satisfaction
if
enough.
it sits in my closet and never gets worn, it was an investment.
It was an investment. For that one Halloween costume you're going to wear in 2 years from now and put them back in your closet and never wear them again, it was still an investment because it's probably more expensive to rent them at the costume store. So you came out on top.
I came out on top. So yeah.
And I just watched the whole...
You watched the whole endeavor. Process.
But when somebody finds like a gem, it's very like, yeah, go to the cash and suddenly you're...
Yeah. Veronica was looking a little harder after I found those shoes.
It's a bit like, okay.
She finds a pair of Gucci shoes and she's like...
They're size 1.
I
didn't even know... Okay, first of all, they were size 24. I was like, I didn't even know they made this size.
No.
Like... What, a size 4?
I didn't know they made that size figure.
0. Let me tell you, I didn't know a size, like, what the fuck? Who's a size 4? I hate those bitches.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because I'm salty and I have big feet, but like, I hate those bitches who are like, I have such small feet. I have to shop in kids. I'm like, shut up.
Like,
okay?
You're coming out on top.
But it's
there's
just like,
always
I get
your
it.
size available and you always pay like $2.
No, I know, but it's like, I hate when they're like, yeah, I have to shop in kids. I'm so small. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah, like...
No.
I wish I could get Air Forces in kid size.
I wish I could pay my
Actually,
Air Forces $10 less and actually have them. No, I'm with the other people. Waiting in line for my Air Forces. So fuck you. Don't brag to me about how small your feet are.
Did you have fun in Toronto though? You're like, yes. What was your most fun experience there?
Oh. So I have to think about it now.
So for us,
actually, I'll tell you what my most fun experience is.
What?
The whole trip, I was talking about how I really wanted to try these tacos. And obviously, because I'm like the black sheep of the group and nobody cares about me, we didn't go to the taco place. No, I'm joking. But I kept mentioning the taco place and it was just like not fitting in the plans. And like, I wasn't really worried, but you bet that if I wasn't getting those tacos, I was going home and saying... Nobody ever wants to do what I want.
I was very like, these are the good restaurants in Toronto. We were booking everything and it was like, there was no time for Veronica's stupid cash taco random spot in the middle of nowhere.
I need new
when
friends.
we don't have a car to go. Like, no, bye. We're staying downtown.
It was downtown. Anyways, so I have bad friends. Anyway, so I wasn't getting my tacos, so I was pissed.
But we were hearing her every day now. Every day. Like 3 times a day. I was like, she's getting annoying, honestly. Somebody give her fucking tacos.
So wasted after going to a bar for drinks, and we hop into an Uber, and my phone dies, Alessia's phone dies. We're two blind sheep in Toronto that don't know where we're going. And as we're driving back to the hotel, I'm saying, I really
we're
wish...
wasted at this point.
Yeah, so I said, if you would have been listening to my story. I'm like, I really wish we got those tacos. I turn to the side and I see... Sorry. I see the taco shop that I've been talking about that I didn't even know where it was, and I was literally like, stop the car. You said start the car with those shoes. I said stop the motherfucking car. We're getting out. Leslie's like, wait, what? We have no phones. I said, bitch, get out of the car. I'm getting these tacos. Like, God said you're getting tacos.
Wow.
I said, beautiful. I went, I had my tacos. They were fucking amazing.
They were good.
Worth every minute of
Second.
not knowing how to get home.
Yes.
And then we found a cab.
And my phone is at this stage where like it's off, but if I hold it long enough, it'll somehow turn on, but like for 5 seconds. So I had like 5 seconds to let every other person in the hotel know that we're alive and we're just, our phones are dead.
Actually, she didn't. She said, we're stranded, dead phone. I said, that's like, if my friend would send me that text, I'd say, well, 911, I guess, reported missing child. Like, what the fuck? You could have said, guys, phone's dying. Like, don't worry, we're on our way back. You said, we're dead.
I like for people to think that, you know, we're in fear.
The worst.
Yeah.
You like to make people be a little
I
scared,
like for people to be on edge.
On edge.
Yes.
I know what you mean.
Anyway, so I think the most fun night for me was the first night because everything was free. Mm-hmm. It was like,
free things are better.
Free things are better, but also when the night is like gliding by and you kind of just don't even really have a plan. And then the whole night was just like, it was like doing a tour bus of Toronto in one day with all the hot spots and like kind of jumping everywhere and drinking everywhere. And we met some cool people and it was really fun. And I would say the next day after that, I think everybody woke up wasted, hungover. We were ready to go, honestly.
Honestly, we did all of Toronto in one night. I could have saved a lot of money.
And then the last 3 days were like the longest. Because the next day after getting wasted, nobody's going to get wasted again like the night before. And we also arrived that night. So everything was like...
You're never supposed to get wasted on the first night, but we don't play by the rules. We do everything wrong.
We do everything wrong.
Absolutely.
And it was our friend's birthday also at the same time. We celebrated it for like maybe 25 times. And I
like at the last, when it was his real birthday, I was like, don't even.
I was like, shut
I don't
up.
want to hear birthday.
I
like,
agree.
Fuck you.
I agree. And then he came back and celebrated with his parents and sent us a video. I said, stop.
Don't show me. Even next year, like we celebrated enough birthdays for him that for the next 3 years, I don't have to say happy birthday.
I agree.
I don't. Like I put in my tax. I paid my taxes.
I agree. And you know what? Like we've been celebrating his birthday since we got there. Then when it was his actual birthday and it turned 12 o'clock, nobody even knew.
Literally. He's there getting a call from his mom and his mom saying happy birthday. I said, oh shit, Peter, happy birthday.
Yeah. And then you want to know what I did? That's fucking embarrassing. So guys, I make a group chat because I was like, we're gonna get him a cake with a sparkler, and I just like he's there, so I'm just gonna text the girls in the group chat. So I make a group chat and I put Veronica, but I also put in
the birthday boy.
So I'm like, should we get him a cake with sparklers? And he reads it and he looks at me and he goes, Alessia. And I'm like, honestly, cancel me out. Now we have to pay for your full meal to fix it. So I really fucked everyone over.
Absolutely. You don't deserve a phone. Like, honestly, you have a really bad track record.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
How do you feel about like letting your boyfriend go on a trip? Like,
I think it's fine if I do it. It's not fine if he does it.
It's like we're so quick to say, babe, I'm leaving to Toronto, but it's like you're not allowed to go.
100%.
You know what I mean?
But then also, like, what are you doing in Montreal? Like, stay home.
There's no wow. Like, this bitch is going to Toronto and wants to lock the cage. Like,
absolutely.
But where would you say it's okay to go on a trip? Nowhere. Don't leave your house.
Nowhere.
Grocery store not even allowed.
If I had to choose 3 places that they're not allowed going, I
feel like that's easier. Not allowed.
Paris. It's the city of love. What the fuck are you going and do there?
You know what? You know what? That's a good point,
right? Like Italy, Paris. Like no. Vegas. Like, what are you going?
Well, Vegas is number 0. Actually, not even number 1. Number -1.
Vegas is like, what are you gonna go and get a strip? You're gonna go to the strip club. Stay the fuck home.
there's nothing
bachelor
about
party, what's going on, and then like what the guys that are there, like, I have to say something, okay? Girls on a trip, if we're in a relationship, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Even if we flirt with a guy, we're not hooking up with anyone. We're good. We're just there to have a good time with our friends.
Yeah.
Guys, it's a different story.
Absolutely. There's so many different things about, like, for example, like for girls, when you go out, especially on a trip, like a lot of the time we're talking to guys, but it's like they're buying us a drink, or like it's like somebody bringing us out to like a restaurant, or like a promoter, or whatever it is. It's like we're more talking to men for the connection.
Yeah.
Whereas guys go on a trip, all guys, I feel like
to
girls,
fuck bitches.
No, but like girls can be just girls. Like girls will have a good time, just the girls. Like they don't give a fuck. As long as somebody calls out, you look hot, they're having a blast of a time. But men hate to go out and just be guys. Like they can't stand. True. Like yes, you could chill with just the boys, but it's a different story when you're going out. They're not talking
about their feelings.
They're going out to a club and they're all guys. They hate that. There's nothing that guys hate more than being all guys at a club or at a restaurant or whatever. And then they're going out and getting the girls, the girls, which I find is worse, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. And I think if there's also single men on the trip, there's a lot of like, not peer pressure, but like
peer pressure.
It's very like, bro, but she won't know.
Yeah.
She won't know.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna know.
I feel like men are less likely to
Women are never gonna be like, cheat on him, or like, they're gonna be like, babe, like, do you like, they'll actually tell the guy like she has a boyfriend.
Girls are
Whereas
out here.
Men, I don't know. I don't think they're running to tell another girl that they have a boyfriend, a girlfriend. Or boyfriend, whatever.
Girls are literally in the club telling people they have boyfriends when they're single. Like it's like
exactly.
Men are married and they're saying I'm single. So
exactly.
And like it's so true. I find guys as like a friend group, especially if like the guys hate the girlfriend, they're gonna be like, I found you this girl.
Absolutely.
She's never gonna find out. Da. Which is like, first of all, I mean, why do the friends hate you in the first place? Yeah. Red flag, but whatever. But like still, if the guys don't love you, and even if they really like you, chances are they're gonna turn a blind eye. They might be like, bro, but at the end of the day, they're gonna let their guy do what they want, and doesn't sit right with me.
I don't think it sits right with any girl. That's where I think like your foundation and relationship has to be really strong, because I'm showing up in an army outfit and I'm showing up to the bachelor party and I'm
in the trees.
No one's gonna see me
in the trees. It's a bit like, but Vegas is, I'm sorry, you're going to, like, even a group of girls going to Vegas is like, it's bad
because
news.
You know what it is? If
I end up going to Vegas in the next 2 years,
if I'm in a relationship and guys start offering me drinks and shots, like, I'm taking it.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with, like, I think it's healthy to flirt.
Okay.
Like, I think it's kind of healthy in a way. I know it's going to sound fucked up, but I don't think it bothers me if my boyfriend were to be flirting and out and just like having a good time. It's where like the lines start being like blurred, and then it starts being like, give me your number. Like that shit would like bother me. But flirting is like, yeah, I have a hot guy. Like you can flirt with him.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you think that it's the same thing if you get offered a drink and you take it? Do you think it's the same thing as if your boyfriend offers a girl a drink?
No.
Right?
No.
Technically speaking, it's the same thing, but it's actually fucking not. No. It's
We're
actually
so bad.
not.
We're like, women can do anything and men can't do shit.
You know what? It's not even about the equality. It's like, it's actually different.
It's because a woman will take it as, he wants me, like he's giving me a drink, like it's
But
fun.
It's not even that. Half the time you take a drink and you're like, thank you.
Bye.
See ya.
Yeah.
Like a guy going out of his way to buy a drink for a girl, that's like pursuing.
Yes.
Whereas accepting is not necessarily pursuing.
I think if
it's
you
like saying
take
thank
a
you
girl
to a compliment
and you're getting it at the bar, that's more like you're purchasing. If you have a bottle or whatever and you're just saying here, different.
Yeah, different. That's allowed. We have a menu of what's allowed,
Holy
what's not
shit,
allowed.
And the menu doesn't involve much.
I just find like, if my boyfriend goes on any trip without me, I'm pissed.
I agree, but
we need to be experiencing life together.
I agree, but also I have to say it's so nice to travel, like not like in a relationship also. I feel like it like, I don't know if it's just like me and like where I'm
You
at.
need both though.
I just feel like it's like, yeah.
I feel like if you're in a relationship, it's also good to like do some trips alone for sure. Like you can't always be like traveling with your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. Like at a certain point you want to do shit alone, but are you going to go travel Europe for 2 months backpacking without your girlfriend? I mean, you know.
Yeah.
It's a little different, I would say. It's a little different.
I think it depends the kind of trip. And, you know, like the exception is the bachelor party because you don't have a say. You're the bitch if you say you can't go. So that's like, you have to be okay with it. And I'm not. So how does that work?
So let's get that straight. Okay? Bachelor parties, not allowed.
And if they are allowed, they should be in the same region.
Within eye view. Within earshot. Okay?
Yeah.
But you know what I always like? What do you think about business trips? It is peak summer right now, and we only get 2 weeks here in Montreal, and we're right in the smack middle of those
Veronica,
2 hot
you're
weeks.
So sweet. We get 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
And I'm sweating, so I can only imagine a guy.
I totally agree. I mean, under the tit sweat, it's there, but imagine in the balls, like in the boxers.
In the northern region.
Holy, is that north? South. South.
Wow.
Southern region.
Can you guys tell I don't know my compass?
Compass. Well, if you have a man that is extra sweaty down there
and doesn't know how to use a compass,
well, we got the thing for you, even if you do know how to use a compass. Our friends at Manscaped.com just launched the 4th generation performance package.
That's some good shit.
That's performance. Yeah. Like, you know, everything in there is making you perform better.
Yeah, so if you guys have the iPhone 1, you need to upgrade to the
performance package.
Yeah.
So there is the Lawnmower 4.0, the Weed Whacker, some ball deodorant, some ball toner, all the things that your man is probably not using and probably should be using.
He should absolutely be
using. So either if you're buying it for yourself, boys, hit our discount code, or if you're a lady and you want to give a slick little hint to your man, it comes in a beautiful box, so exciting to open, and he won't even realize that you're insulting him. He actually won't. He'll be too excited.
He's going to thank you. And especially since it's a hot girl summer, we want our men also pairing up.
Yep.
So we're going to give you guys a discount code because we love you so much. And the discount code is Chemical X at checkout. And you'll receive 20% off your entire order off the entire website, which is a big discount. And you'll also get free shipping. So if you're hesitant, no need.
It's, you know, we're knocking off so much. So Chemical X at checkout at manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping.
So Veronica, before we start this episode, was like, should I wear this outfit? And I'm like, are you kidding me? You're naked. But we love this for the Chemical X podcast. And you're also in bright orange. We love bright colors. And we also love Neonific, guys.
True. I was wondering where you're getting at there.
I saw you worried there for a second.
So if you love color like me, which seems like a lie because I probably look naked in this outfit, I swear, I love color. Head to neonific.ca and make yourself a sign.
Yeah. You guys can get custom signs, or you can already get signs that are already made. If you hate the Chemical X podcast, then get I hate those bitches.
Absolutely.
If you love us, then you get I love these bitches.
Absolutely.
But either way,
either way. Bitches are in there.
X'd out either way.
Exactly. But you can also use our discount code Chemical X and you get 10% off plus free shipping to get that We Hate You Bitches sign. So head on over to neonific.ca. Ale, are you wearing a top?
I mean...
Well, you're wearing a body strands. That's for sure. So the top, we're not really sure, though.
But I'm wearing something. And the only thing you guys should be wearing, especially this summer, guys, body jewelry is really in right now. And I started a company called Body Strands. If you guys are looking to spice it up, head on over to bodystrands.com and get yourself some amazing custom handmade body jewelry.
Yeah.
Chemical X at checkout for 15% off your entire order.
Go check it out. Bodystrands.com. Because I feel like business trips are actually worse than a boys trip. You're
Explain.
Like, okay.
Explain.
I mean, I just feel like you could do worse things on a business trip than you would do like on a vacation with your
Because you're
friends.
meeting a hot secretary.
Well, it's just because you're alone. So it's like, how else are you supposed to meet people?
I mean, not all business trips are alone.
And I also feel like business trips is like there's no like
Also,
there's nobody there to like hold you accountable.
and it's very like work hard, play hard. So you're working so hard at that job that when you go to that bar, you're like, whew, from work. So you're like, who's around?
I always think about like if I would ever be able to, like I used to always say, it's like even the thing we were saying about athletes, it's like they're traveling the whole world, like
Yeah.
they're living in a different city. It's like, you know, it's crazy. Like it's a bit like, I know you're working, but I'm coming with.
I don't know.
Not to be
I
crazy,
think,
but
I think when you're in a good relationship, though, you trust, and then it's not bad, you know. But
I think my fear is that I've seen people in good relationships that trusted their like significant other,
Yeah.
and also like seen that person be unfaithful or find out that they were cheating on them, and it's like I give up. Like what the fuck?
I know. I think
crazy.
even for me going on this trip was really like, I'm going to be honest, I was fighting with my boyfriend a lot on this trip, you know? And when I had left, it was kind of like a woo, like fun girls that I wasn't even like keeping like tabs on my boyfriend. I wasn't like calling him and be like, we just went here. We just went here. I was so in the moment and having fun with my friends that I did not even like think to be like, hey babe, we're here. Or, hey, we're here. And maybe that's a problem. Maybe that's a me problem, but that's how I am when I drink and I'm like...
Well, see, that's the thing. When I'm going out with my friends and I'm going on a trip, like, I'm not worried because I trust myself. That's the problem, is I trust myself, so I just expect that people trust me.
Yeah.
But it's not always like that, I guess.
But then I look at it the other way and I'm like, if my boyfriend were going on a trip and didn't speak to me all day, he cheated on me 6 times and he's going to hear it and I'm breaking up with him and I'm blocking him everywhere because why didn't you pick up the phone?
Absolutely.
That was insensitive and like, you know how I am. Answer your phone.
Absolutely.
So
we're
I feel
not
like
fair, I think.
We're not fair.
We're not fair, but it's okay.
We're not fair.
I mean,
I feel like I'm like a little toxic.
I would say you're a little toxic. I would diagnose you as a little toxic.
Just that or something else? Bipolar.
I mean, let me pull out my notes here.
Just feel like a lot of people have this perception of me. They're like, oh wow, like you're able to travel with your friends and like everything's fine and like there's no fights and everything's good, and like that is not me in a relationship at the moment. So just putting that out there.
Well, I feel like people always think like, oh, you're going on all these trips, you're all good, but really you're having the calls at 3 a.m. going, I'm sorry I didn't answer you.
1,000,000%.
It's because it's always both ways. It's you leave and they kind of don't trust, well, don't trust you, but like there's like that fear there. Yeah. But then you're also thinking of them who are also technically on a vacation from you, and you're like, well, who's pointing the gun at who? It's very like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just know that I've actually never been with somebody and they went on a trip without me. Because I just squeeze myself in there. They're like, yeah, we were thinking of going here. I'm like, yeah, I would love to. I could take the week off.
They're
sure.
like, what do you mean? You weren't invited.
I'm like,
but I guess so.
Well, I'm invited. I'm coming. Duh.
Oh
like,
my
hello.
God. Yeah.
I miss traveling.
Yeah. Are you good?
Well, you want to cry? Like, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. I'm embarrassing.
Why?
Okay, so I'm so glad you reminded me of that. So, and honestly, as I did this, I said, I'm going to do this for the podcast, you know?
Yeah.
That's how I live my life now. I live my life for the podcast. So we're in Toronto. And my friend goes into the Gucci store to buy his shoes, but they basically said, sorry, no drinks allowed. And we just bought Starbucks. So he said, can you hold my drink? And I was there standing outside like this. And you never want to be that girl standing outside with 2 drinks in your hand and you can't even do anything.
No.
So I'm standing outside like a loser with 2 drinks in my hand and standing on the side of the road for like 20 fucking minutes. and this like sports car, I think it was a Corvette, like revs up.
Corvette.
Hop in my fucking shit like that. This sports car like revs up to me, and I went, oh god, you know what I mean?
Here
like,
we go.
and I'm like trying not to look because you know
you're
what's
almost
happening.
like sassy at that point. You're like, bitch, come too close. This Starbucks is gonna be on your car.
It's just when people rev their engines to get my attention, you're doing the opposite. Like, I'm looking away.
I'm purposely looking away.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to look, I want to see, but I'm not.
Absolutely. Like, I'll look at my phone camera before I'm gonna turn around and check out who's in the car. Never.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Okay? Don't try and get my attention.
So what happened when you looked?
Anyways. So obviously I heard the car revving past me.
What they're doing is correct, because you looked.
Well, no, I didn't look. And then like I said, didn't look because I said, not gonna give you the satisfaction. And then I heard, hey baby. And I went, what? They're like, hey baby, you know where we could park around here? And I can't explain why I was like offended in the moment.
They're probably trying to make conversation, but that's like the worst thing you could say to a girl.
Like, I'm like, bitch, I'm holding 2 Starbucks cups. Like, don't fucking bother me. Anyway, so he's like, hey baby, you know where we could park around here? And I said, sorry, I'm not the valet. And then they did not like that answer.
Oh my god.
And then they were like 2 young guys too, like, and then they look away and they just like rev around, and I'm seeing them doing the turn because they can't find parking,
right?
And I'm still waiting there with my 2 Starbucks cups, and I see them parking down the street.
You
and
could have had a Lambo by now and said I'm valet, but you chose the other route, which is the self-made growth. I know who I am and I stand by it.
I could have said,
we always try and do the right thing.
Pass me the keys. I got this.
Being a bitch, they say, always gets you nowhere.
But you know what? It was so out of character for me to say something like that because I'm usually so polite and I'm like, sorry, I don't know. But
you there was just, you're right.
I was like offended because I heard hey baby and I was expecting like, and I go, where's the parking? I said, bitch, who do I look like? Give me a compliment. Who do I look like? The parking girl? No. Yeah. What the fuck? Anyways, I was offended, and clearly they were offended too. And then I saw them park down the street, and I said, I'm walking back to the hotel because I can't like
not
walk
only
by
did they say
thinking I'm the.
Not only did they say you're not high class enough to come in the Gucci store, but stay on the side and be the valet girl.
I looked like the valet. I'm not surprised that they came and asked me. The only thing that didn't really sell the valet like experience was the Starbucks in my hand, but I could have been on break, so you never know.
You could have been holding it for the clients.
That's what, you know what, now that I think about it, I looked like an assistant.
So now we're getting to the bottom of this, that they didn't find you hot. That wasn't the reason
It's exactly. They basically said, yeah, that loser, she probably knows where to park. But then I was like rethinking and I'm like, like if they come and I was ready for them to come and punch me in the face because I would have punched me in the face.
I agree.
I was like, I'm a bitch. I'm never a bitch, but I chose the wrong day to do it. I chose the Corvette people to do it on.
So guys, it was actually Peter's birthday. If you guys remember and watched our old episodes, which I hope you didn't watch that episode because every week we talk about how we're going to delete it. So please don't go watch it. But we had Peter, our gay best friend, in Toronto for his birthday. And the whole time he was there, he was very like, I'm going to go see a guy type of thing. And we were like, okay. And he was like, he's under a bridge partying. And we were all like, okay, well, Peter, like, we can't have you go when you're going to get shot.
It was a bit like my taco situation. Like, we don't have time for like these under the bridge parties.
I agree.
Like, I was like, that's not the schedule.
I'm like, Peter, there's enough places here to go. Like, why do you have to go under a bridge?
Like, what outfit do you wear under a bridge? Like, am I meeting the trolls? Like, what's going on here? Why is it a bridge?
And Veronica was very like the friend who said everyone's going to bed, and Veronica was like, you know what, Peter, LGBTQ community.
Well, I said it's actually rude if I don't.
I'll come with you. And
I you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't the one who said I was coming. It's just everybody canceled out, and that was the last man standing. And I said, I mean, babes.
But you were also like, talk me into like, convince me. Why should I come under a bridge? Anyway, this whole trip, this person has been under the bridge the whole week. He was going there
every night under this bridge and 3 a.m. It was always 3 a.m. And I was like, sketch. Like, if you watch our last episode, fuck boy, but you know what I mean.
Anyway, but what did he want? Not a relationship. Nobody who's saying come meet me under a bridge wants a relationship. Anyway, so this whole time we're laughing about this bridge. We're dying. We're like, what a loser. Like, anyway. And then we're leaving and we're driving back, and we were like, yeah, next time we'll do different, because we did a lot of the same places when we were there. Don't we see on TikTok this cool spot for everybody to go under a bridge? Like, you would love it.
Underground party, huge party under a bridge. Come see. And I was
lights, DJs.
It was literally a festival.
It was a festival, and I was like, Peter? Why didn't we go to this?
Well, I'm gonna be honest, you don't say I'm going to a party under a bridge. Like, don't sell me with that. Like, sell me with like, you're going to like a sick festival, and then I happen to show up and it's under a bridge, and I say, oh, okay. Like, don't tell me I'm under a bridge. Like,
I agree.
Where do I tell the Uber to drop me off? How does that fucking work?
I totally
You just
agree.
park on the side and I jump? Like, what? Is there a ladder? How do I get down?
What happens if the bridge
Like,
falls?
what outfit am I wearing to party under a bridge? That's what I want to know.
All I know is whatever you packed, it wasn't enough. Because let me tell you, all these bitches were in my fucking luggage. It was very like, at night, Alessia, don't forget to bring this, and this. I'm like, my luggage is not going to close. And it didn't.
Well,
Yes, you're here.
I realized that going on a short trip, you pack 65 times more things than if you go on like a 2-week vacation.
You don't know.
I can't even explain it.
Are you going on a roller coaster and getting splashed, or are you going to a club?
I had every event in my bag. Like, if they would say red carpet, you're going to the Oscars, I would be like, perfect. I brought my sequin gown and my
absolutely
Cinderella heels.
Absolutely.
It's like you're just planning for everything.
Yeah. And I asked Veronica, I'm like, Veronica, can you bring me this one thing? And she's like, what? My luggage is already full and closed. And I'm like, bitch ass, I'm bringing all these fucking bitches clothes.
First of all,
I asked for a white leather jacket.
She asks for the largest thing that I own. Okay. I asked her for a teensy little Shein top that literally is this big. She goes, as I'm leaving, I'm bags going in the car. Veronica, can you bring me your white leather jacket? I went, this is like I have to rearrange my whole luggage to be able to fit this honker.
So she brings it for me, and then the next day when I'm planning on wearing it again, I see her wearing it, and I'm like, excuse me, consider this jacket that you brought not yours on this trip, because you told me off for bringing it, and now you're wearing it?
Well, I didn't
Give it to me, I'm cold.
I didn't know it was going to be cold. It came in good use.
It's not who owns the item. It's who told you to bring it. I'm like, I guess I'll wear my jean jacket. Fine.
Yeah, you didn't even wear my jacket, did you?
I wore it, but the next day when I wanted to wear it again, it was being worn on you.
Taken. But it's like you can't say anything. It's a bit like the charger, you know, like when somebody says, what % are you at? It's your charger. It's like, bitch.
You can have it at 100, not even 99%.
I'll never forget. I was in the car with my sister back from Ottawa. I was about to say audio. I was in the car with my sister back from Ottawa, the trip where we beat each other up, just for context. And no, sorry, on our way there or on our way back, one of the two.
Nobody
it's a
gives a
3-hour
fuck.
drive, okay? I get in the car, my phone's at 15%. And I'm like, can I use the charger? She's like, no, I'm charging my phone. I'm like, whatever. I have 3 hours to be charging this phone, right? So we drive. She's at 80%.
At this point, you could get to 1% and ask for it, because either way, you're going to make it before your phone's dead.
So I'm like,
not with your sister.
She's at 80%. And I'm like, okay, can I charge my phone now? I'm at literally 2%. And like, you know, we're like an hour away. Like, I don't really have that much time to charge my phone anymore. No, at least wait till it gets a bit higher. I was like, bitch, excuse me? At 95%, guys, she goes,
here.
We're 15 minutes away. Honestly, we were 14 minutes away. I said, I'd rather have a dead phone. Like, rude. I fucking hate you.
Wow. Sisterly love.
Crazy.
I promise you, if I would have asked for it, she would have given it to me at 40.
Absolutely. It was just because I needed the charger and she decided she had to charge her phone.
Yep. Because why would she help you?
Never.
Know what I mean?
It's like, why didn't you bring your own charger? Well, that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking to charge my phone. It's not about where my charger is.
Oh my God. But overall, honestly, it was a really fun trip. I really thought we would fight a lot more, like all of us, because, you know, when it's a lot of personalities, it's a lot to intake.
The first time Alessia and I ever went on a trip.
Are we talking about Florida?
Absolutely, we're talking about Florida. We were like, I wouldn't say we were like friends or like close friends at this point. It was like we had a friend that we were both close friends with. So
I
it's
hated
like,
her on that trip.
It's always like tension, you know? And Alessia freaked out because I didn't want to call This is like manipulation. I didn't want to call the person that I did not know, but she didn't want to call because she was shy. But then she told me off because I didn't want to call. But I was like, bitch, you don't want to call.
And then
like,
I got so pissed, locked myself in the room, and I was like, and then
she was yelling at me through the door, which is very like, bitch, come out here and tell me to my face, you know? Like, it's very easy to lock that little tuk and start saying what you want. She was like, you're a fucking bitch. I fucking hate you. And I was like, thank you. I'm on the other side of the door.
I know, look where we are, guys. This is progress. Now we're, I wouldn't say friends, but colleagues.
Better than what we were before, I would say.
Wow. We were probably just both angry because we did get our noses done. We were both there with our bazookas. Of course we didn't want to call. We were fucking ugly. Who was going to even accept us?
Yep.
Oh my god.
What would you say your best trip is?
I think Vegas. I had a lot of
the place
fun.
where we just accused all of anybody to not go to.
It was fine because I did it with my boyfriend.
Okay, so it was like safe.
You know what I mean?
But it's still like close your eyes.
Well, in Vegas, there's people passing around like prostitute cards, you know? Obviously, you're going to call that number. It's going to be a different chick, but like, why are you looking? You know what I mean?
Don't take the card.
Don't take the card. Don't look. Anyway, I'm psychotic.
I've never been to Vegas.
Wow, you would love it. Well, I think overall this trip was fun.
It's the first time I didn't come back from a trip like and lose a friend.
Yeah.
Like when it's like friend trips, it's very like you're either coming back stronger or you're coming back one person less.
And we were there for, market research. We were there for podcast stories, They were there for a good time. But
we were there for podcast stories and we came back with dick.
Yeah, but I feel like this trip...
As in nothing, not dick.
I almost want to say this trip was like one of like my highlights because I feel like I've...
Of your life?
No, not of my life, but like
of
recently. Of my year, recently. I feel like a lot of things were put into perspective on this trip and I'm just excited for like life to reopen. I'm embracing new changes.
Interesting.
Changes.
Well, play the song.
Yeah. So I'll get more into detail about it later on. I don't want to really talk about it now because we're getting to the end of the podcast. And also it's still fresh and new. But stay tuned. We have some new information coming. New information.
What the fuck? Was this a detective show? We have some new information coming in hot. Find out next week on the Chemical X podcast. I was trying to detect what's worse, being the what.
Are you good this episode?
I don't know. I was trying to think of what's worse, being the one going on vacation or being the one staying home.
Staying home is like, I would just book a trip just to not have to deal with that.
If you're home, it's like, first of all, you're actually having you're more lonely because your bestie is gone.
Yeah.
And then, but you also know everybody in the town that you could be if you were to be unfaithful. Yeah. That's the way I think about it. So now it's like, well, I'm fine because I'm in Toronto. I don't know anybody.
Oh my God.
Anyways, I don't have anything wrong with people going on trips, I don't think.
Yeah,
I just want to be on the trip.
We just made it seem like...
It's because, you know what, I can't say because I've never been with somebody who went on a trip because I would be fucking pissed that they're going on a trip without me.
I think at the end of the day, like, I'm not talking about my relationship, but I will say that when there's trust, you're able to, like, enjoy a trip and not feel like it's going to be bickering and fighting. I think when one thing happens in the relationship that makes somebody feel like they maybe aren't loyal, that's when your whole relationship starts to be toxic. It starts to be like, well, you went here and you suddenly feel like you need to hold the leash tighter because you're trying to control the situation because you don't fully trust your partner. Yeah. And that's when everything goes wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always like when there's like a smidgen of not trust, then it's way harder to do things like go on a trip or whatever because that's like really testing the waters. Yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, the way I think about it, if somebody's going to cheat on you, they're going to cheat on you
regardless.
Whether you're here, whether you're not. So that's how I see the trip thing. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, but then people think of it as like, if I live with them, it'll be better because like I'm with them more. So like, where are they really going to go? Like there's like subconsciously a lot of women who you know, they feel like the closer they get and the more side by side they are, that the less they're gonna be able to do anything.
Yeah,
exactly.
But then, yeah, for sure. I mean, it would be like, like I'm with my boyfriend 24/7. It's like, when do you have the possibility to cheat? But then I see people who, it's so crazy.
Yes.
So I don't know what I'm getting at in this. Like, what's my point here? But like, if you have trust, you have it all, baby.
Literally. And if you don't have trust, that's when like it's tough. It's a tough world.
Do you think that you can get trust back after you lose it?
So I'm gonna go say no, because I'm dealing with this right now. And no, I don't think you can. I think you can mask it and feel like you are, or like always be together and think that it's getting better. And I also feel like your mind plays tricks on you, but I don't think when things happen and like trips happen and everything happens, it really puts things in perspective, and then you really see from a wider angle where your relationship is at.
I think like
and also it's not one thing that breaks off a relationship, you know?
But like trust wise, it's like, I feel like if it's like one thing that happened, you might be able to gain their trust back. But I think if it's like multiple things, it's like you're saying, like, yeah, maybe you guys are doing good, but it's like once you do a trip or something, then you're gonna feel it no matter what. So it's really hard, the trust thing. Like I feel like it's really, and the worst part is to get the trust back. Technically, it's like you either need to completely let it go, which is the hardest thing to do. And
that's where I realized that, like, how do I say this without being like, if you are not able to let it go, then just give up on the relationship. Well, because I don't think there's therapy. I don't think anything can fix if you don't fully trust the person. It's not fair to the person you're with, and it's not fair to you. Yeah. Because I feel like I finally got to that stage where I was like, it's not that I'm actually somebody who's toxic or is like unloyal. Like, I just got to a stage where I was like, I fully like admitted to myself that I am not fully trusting in someone, and that's because of shit that's happened, and that's why I'm where I'm at, and that's why I'm acting the way I am. So I took initiative of myself to be like, wow. Yeah. And now I get it. Yeah. You know?
Well, it's also like people who, for example, like somebody cheats on you and then they take them back, but they're always going to bring up. Yeah. It's like,
you're doing yourself so much harm, and
but it's also like you can't forgive somebody, but then also like not be willing to get over it. Yeah. Like I always say, okay, if you're gonna accept somebody cheating on you, you have to be willing.
It's so easy to say that, but no. I don't think any girl, if you have those trust issues, it ever goes away.
No, I know, but if somebody's gonna cheat on you, let's just say, you can't take them back, but then constantly be going. No, for sure. Well, it's like, well, you either need to, and that's the hard part. That's the hardest part, because that's the thing. You could take them back if they cheated on you. You know, it's up to you. You know your relationship, but you're going to take them back and then accuse them of everything. Then that's how your relationship's going to get ruined. But I could never be the one to take somebody back after they cheated on me. Like, I could not. I know. I can't do that. Like, I can't be that person that says, okay, I'm just going to forget about it. You know? And like, I feel like that's impossible.
That's why people cheat and lie about it, because they know that their partner would probably never be able to forgive them.
It is what it is.
I know. That's why I think, like, if there's no trust, there's nothing. Mm-hmm. So.
Gotta trust. I feel like trust. But even, like, with anybody, like, friends, family, like, you don't realize it, but it translates differently, like, with your friends, with your family. Like, it's like, you don't have a real friendship if you can't trust that person. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, anybody. It's like, even if a friend does something to you, you're never going to trust them the same way. Mm-hmm. It's, why have the friend then? Yeah. I feel like trust is like the one thing that people are so afraid to give, but then so easily take away. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. And the hardest thing to do is say, well, just trust them. It's like, whoa.
I'm trying. And I think also, like, trying to trust somebody and really trying to work on, like, not having trust issues after something has happened takes over your mental health. Mm-hmm. Because constantly in your mind, you're always working. You're never fully zen. You're never fully relaxed. That's why I think it's really important that you're in a relationship where you feel 100 and you're not like, what if? Because it's just like,
I can't, when I look at people that are like, they're constantly like investigating what their boyfriend is doing or this and that, I'm like, I don't have the energy. Like, I could not be in a relationship where I have to do that, because that's like, you can't go anywhere and be like peace of mind. You know what I mean? Like, at that point, get a fucking dog and put a camera.
Like, get a bear and put a camera.
Anyways, so yeah. We had a fun trip. Trust and trips.
Is that the title?
What the fuck? I don't know. I just came up with that.
Oh my god, I'm dead.
Okay, well, guys, catch us next week for another episode of the Chemical X podcast.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to click that red juicy button that says subscribe. If you're watching on Apple Music or iTunes, rate us 5 stars, leave a comment. Also DM us. We've been missing you guys.
Yeah, reach out. Well, we caught a few fans in Toronto. So Toronto, we see you, baby.